We'll continue with chapter 2. Okay. So today chapter 2 we will do bit differently. We will read Srila Prabhupada's purports, because I think it is required to read the purports also. So give me 1 minute. Kidhar hai Baba? Of Gita summarized. So Srila Prabhupada says actually chapter 2 is a deep summary, is a detailed summary of entire Bhagavad Gita, so as to speak. So hence it is aptly titled by Srila Prabhupada as Contents of Gita Summarized. But before we jump into chapter 2, now we should actually ideally should all have your own Gitas now ताकि हम करें. यहाँ पे मुझे वो करने में टाइम लगता है कभी कभी. समटाइम्स आई डोंट गेट टाइम टू डू ड्यूरिंग द डे टू कट एंड पेस्ट द shlokas and other things on the slide. So if you now have your own Bhagavad Gita, next week I will get some more Bhagavad Gita so that you can all have your own Bhagavad Gita. उसमें notes भी कर सकते हैं, मज़ा आएगा आपको कि एक आपका ग्रंथ है. So yes. So now I need to know in first chapter what are the reasons given by Arjun for not fighting. Chapter 1 हमने किया था. I know it's been a while, but let us together revise why, and you can refer to your notes, why Arjun didn't want to fight. Why Arjun's reason for not fighting. There are total 5 reasons, and in first chapter 4 reasons are covered. 5th reason will be covered in the second chapter. But we will go in a sequence, because then that sequence is important to remember in our mind. So first reason क्या है अर्जुन का? First reason is compassion for friends and relatives. Compassion को हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? करुणा. Compassion for friends and relatives. So he was like कि all of my friends and relatives are here. These soldiers are here. Soldiers of the opposing party are also here, and so many of my friends are here, and my body is quivering. Arjun is giving the first reason. My mouth is drying up, my whole body is trembling, my limbs are quivering, my hairs are standing on end, my Gandiv bow is slipping from my hand, my skin is burning, I am unable to stand here, and I am forgetting myself, and my mind is reeling. So many reasons he gives one after another. And he says, by looking at this field, compassion for the relatives. So after compassion, एक करुणा आके उसके बॉडी में सब चेंजेस होने लग गए कि मुझे नहीं मारना इन लोगों को, कैसे मारो. कंपैशन, करुणा आ गया ऐसे. So that was one. Then second reason is no happiness, no enjoyment in victory. So पहला तो अर्जुन ने कितना मस्त बोला कि करुणा. फिर हमने बोला जीत भी गया तो क्या मजा करूँगा मैं ऐसे विक्ट्री को लेके. एक के बाद एक. I do not see how good can come from killing my own kinsmen in this battle. Oh Krishna. So Arjuna is attracted to bodily relationships. And sometimes people forget even the causes of material happiness. But Arjuna forgets that he is a Kshatriya actually. Kshatriya requires a kingdom to rule. So he has forgotten that important point. So he doesn't see happiness in victory. How to kill people and then start taking happiness in that. Third वाला क्या है? Fear of sinful reactions. ऐसे. Fear of sinful reactions. So Arjun thinks that if I kill them, then sin will, पाप लगेगा मुझे, पाप लगेगा ऐसे बोलते हैं. But actually in our Shastra, we are allowed to, a person is allowed to kill for 6 kinds of aggressors. One of them, aggressor मतलब आपके ऊपर कोई जोर जबरदस्ती कर रहा है इन 6 कारणों के वजह से. फर्स्ट वन इज somebody is about to give poison to you. कोई आपको जहर दे रहा है तो आप उसको मार सकते हो. शास्त्र में it is allowed. If a person is wanting to kill you by giving poison, then according to the shastric laws, the laws of the scriptures, you are allowed to kill and you will not get any reaction. Now these are shastric laws, don't implement here. The laws of the state are important. Okay, we are discussing the shastri. So one is the poison, second is any person who sets fire to the house. अगर आपके घर को, रहते घर को कोई जलाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, आप उसको मार सकते हैं. थर्ड वन, अटैक्स यू विथ वेपन्स. आपके ऊपर कोई अस्त्र शस्त्र लेके प्रहार कर रहा है. फोर्थ वन इज आपकी दौलत को लूट रहा है. ही इज टेकिंग अवे योर वेल्थ. आपकी जमीन जायदाद भी लूट रहा है ऐसे. दौलत लूट रहा है. देन समबडी टेक्स अवे योर लैंड. आपकी ज़मीन को कोई हड़प कर रहा है, तो शास्त्रिक इसमें आप उसको मार सकते हैं. द लास्ट वन इज आपकी भार्या को कोई लेके जा रहा है, किडनैप्स वाइफ्स, देन यू आर अलाउड. दे शुड बी किल्ड एट वंस एंड देयर इज नो सिन इन डूइंग सो. कहाँ लिखा है? मनुस्मृति में. मनुस्मृति 8.350. मनुस्मृति में. मनुस्मृति इज द मनुष्य, उसके सारे लॉज हैं उसके अंदर मनुस्मृति. तो अर्थशास्त्र वैस धर्मशास्त्र ऐसे. So here it is said that Arjun feels that killing Bhishma and other worshipable people is certainly sinful. So Arjun wanted to be saintly and forgive them. After all, kingdoms are not permanent. So this is what Arjun wants to, is fearful. And Arjun called Krishna as Madhava, the husband of Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune. इसमें काफ़ी कुछ है. हाँ ठीक है. Okay. So and then fourth reason is destruction of dynasty. You have made notes, that's good. Harmful effects of destroying the family. Harmful effects of destroying the family. तो कैसा होता है? उसका भी सीक्वेंस है. When everyone goes to the war, we discussed that, right? We are doing a revision. When everyone goes to the war, तो क्या होगा? वॉर में कौन है? सब घर के सारे पुरुष वर्ग है. हाँ, all the males from the family are in the war, so obviously they will kill each other. Now when the males are killed in the war, तो family में कौन बाकी रह गया? Only the ladies and the children. Especially the elders will be killed. So family traditions will be lost. Why? क्योंकि जैसे दादा दादी बैठे हैं, वो दादा दादी अपने पोता पोती को सिखा रहे हैं, तो दादा ही नहीं रहा तो पोते पोती को कौन सिखाएगा? बच्चों को कौन सिखाएगा? तो नॉलेज का गैप हो जाएगा. सो फैमिली ट्रेडिशंस विल बी लॉस्ट. इन अवर हर शिंदेज हाउस लास्ट वीक और लास्ट वीक देयर वाज दिस तुलसी विवाह. तुलसी देवी का विवाह विद भगवान कृष्ण. So I was on the video call and they very happily invited me to participate, and I was seeing the kids. The kids are also clapping around. So there is a tradition in the family कि हमारे घर में तुलसी विवाह करते हैं. अगर ये नहीं होंगे तो वो कैसे होगा फिर? Because they chanted the mantras. कि ओम, वो अक्षता डालते हैं, सब करते हैं, है ना. So that is a very nice example of how in the current scenario how family traditions are being passed on to the next generation. So Arjun is saying the same thing कि अगर if the elders are killed, then family tradition will be lost. So what will happen if the family traditions are lost? अगर बच्चों को ज्ञान नहीं देंगे पोता पोती को, तो बच्चे कैसे होंगे, कैसे बड़े होंगे? There will be no culture. Like the current things that are happening everywhere, they will be just like an animalistic behavior. खाओ पियो मजा करो. That is the only thing. Eat, drink, make merry, have sex, have fun, finish. Life khatam. So life will revolve around that. So irreligion will increase because there is no information, no knowledge. Irreligion will increase. So the men will start. Irreligion increase होगा तो क्या होगा? Even the women will start doing the same thing. Irreligion. Then men will start exploiting women. Once men start exploiting women, and if the women are exploited, then the foundation of the society हिल गया ना. Then the foundation of the society will be shaken up. So out of this irreligious activities will be क्या बोलते हैं उसको, वर्ण संकर, unwanted children, unwanted population, children born out of irreligious relationships. And then when such kind of children make the society, the entire society is lost. ऐसा सोसाइटी क्या वैदिक धर्म में आएगा, है ना? So this is what Arjun मस्त एक एक पॉइंट कर रहा है ऐसे. So these are the 4 reasons that we have seen till now, and that's how then Arjun, towards the end of this chapter, he sets aside his bow and arrow and sets on his chariot and overwhelmed with grief, and that is where the chapter 1 ends. And then we jump on to chapter 2. So I will just project chapter 2 on the screen and we will take it from there. I'm going to do Veda base here. So Veda base has the online contents. क्या है? Windows P, can we duplicate? Yeah, we can duplicate. So 2.1. So who has a mic here? Extra mic कुठे रे? हो, एक एक्स्ट्रा माइक होता है इकडे, तो चालू करून दे तिकडे, तिकडे दे, तुझ्या बाजूला ते. तो इस ट्रांसलेशन पढ़ेंगे? हाँ, नहीं आ रहा है, बड़ा करो. नहीं तो उधर आगे दे दो, जिसको दिख रहा है उसको दे दो. संजय से ट्रांसलेशन. Sorry.
Yes. Sanjay said, seeing Arjuna full of compassion, his mind depressed, his eyes full of tears, Madhusudana, Krishna spoke the following words.
Thank you, Prabhu. Haribol. So that's the first verse of a second chapter, and Krishna is called Madhusudan here because Krishna killed the demon named Madhu, and now Arjun wants Krishna to kill the demon in his mind, the demon of that nairashya, the demon of that disappointment of acting in favor of the war. ऐसे. So the demon that is preventing Arjun from carrying out his duties. ऐसे. So let us read this purport once. Prabhuji, purport भी पढ़ना, Srila Prabhupada.
Material compassion, lamentation and tears are all signs of ignorance of the real self. Compassion for the internal soul is self-realization. The word Madhusudana is significant in this verse. Lord Krishna killed the demon Madhu, and now Arjuna wanted Krishna to kill the demon of misunderstanding that had overtaken him in the discharge of his duty. No one knows where compassion should be applied. Compassion for the dress of a drowning man is senseless. A man fallen in the ocean of nescience cannot be saved simply by rescuing his outward dress, the gross material body. One who does not know this and laments for the outward dress is called a Sudra, or one who laments unnecessarily. Arjuna was a Kshatriya, and this conduct was not expected from him. Lord Krishna, however, can dissipate the lamentation of the ignorant man, and for this purpose the Bhagavad Gita was sung by him. This chapter instructs us in self-realization by an analytical study of the material body and the spirit soul, as explained by the Supreme Authority, Lord Shri Krishna. This realization is possible when one works without attachment to fruitive results and is situated in the fixed conception of the real self.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nice you read. So, what are the points here that anyone can say? एक एक पॉइंट बताओ कि शिला प्रभुपाद इसमें क्या एक्सप्लेन करे. व्हाट इज शिला प्रभुपाद ट्राइंग टू एक्सप्लेन? सो मधुसूदन वी ऑलरेडी डिस्कस दैट लॉर्ड कृष्णा इज कॉल्ड मधुसूदन in this verse because he has killed the demon named Madhu. But what is Prabhupada now saying? Compassion. So when he says compassion for the outwardly dress, you know. So Srila Prabhupada's main thing was when he built the temples. So so I'm not belittling other temples, but generally say other temples people will try to give food and other things. But Srila Prabhupada along with food and other things he gave knowledge कि आओ बैठो बट नॉलेज लो, पहले फाइंड करो कि हु आर यू, आपके साथ ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है. व्हेन ही गेव दैट नॉलेज, that is the real thing. When a person understands who am I am not the body, I am the soul, that knowledge Srila Prabhupada gave. प्रसाद भी लो बट ये भी समझो कि तुम कौन हो. So he gave that knowledge. With knowledge comes empowerment. So Srila Prabhupada says anyone who doesn't know who am I and is just outwardly body को help कर रहा है, कोई beggar को ऐसे ही दे रहे, so then that is a Shudra, Prabhupada says. ऐसे. So it is important. When you read Srila Prabhupada's purports, it is so deep here, you realize that, and that is why I was saying that you must read every day. ऐसे. All right. So he is saying a Kshatriya must, what is the duty of Kshatriya? Arjun was a Kshatriya and this conduct was not expected from him. Say, why are you thinking about the body level? He is saying everyone is a soul here. So you must do your duty. ऐसे. All right, let's move to the next one. इसको बाजू में दे देना, इसको दे दो आप प्रभु जी, आप लेना. Second one, 2.2.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "My dear Arjuna, how have these impurities come upon you? They are not at all befitting."
पूरा ऐसे बंद मत कर, थोड़ा नीचे पकड़ना, ऐसे पूरा ऐसे बंद करोगे ना तो वायरलेस है ना वो वायर, हाँ ऐसे पकड़.
They are not at all befitting a man who knows the value of life. They lead not to higher planet, but to infamy.
All right. So my dear Arjun, how have these impurities come upon you? They are not at all befitting a man who knows the value of life. So it's a very huge, big purport. So we'll read some purports, and for some purports I will explain some points from whatever I have here. So because Arjun was a Kshatriya here, and Lord is telling him कि how come you have started doing this? कि like because Arjun, he says you are the impurities do not befit a civilized person who values liberation. It will not lead to higher planets, but it will lead to infamy, and this is not suitable for you. Give it up and arise, O chastiser of the enemy. And in this chapter here, what is said, the most important point is, we discussed this in the few classes earlier, Shri Bhagavan Vacha. So Lord Krishna is speaking for the first time in this 2.2, and Sanjay, whoever wrote this, Sanjay is saying Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Sanjay did not say to Dhritarashtra Krishna Vacha. Sanjay knew Bhagavan. So Bhagavan means one who possesses all the riches, all the 6 kind of opulences, all the riches, all strength, all fame, all beauty, all knowledge, and all renunciation in full. Bhaga and Van. Bhaga means opulences, Van means one who possesses. So Bhagavan is one who possesses all these opulences. And we also discussed, यहाँ पे Aryan, there is a word Aryan. So Anarya. So we discussed what is a true Aryan. A true Aryan is a Vaishnava, one who follows the Vedic scriptures. So we want to become Aryan. So Aryan is one who knows the value of life and has a civilization based on spiritual values and liberation from material bondage. Cowardice is befitting to non-Aryans. So even in the third verse, we will move on, that we can progress a bit. And even Srila Prabhupada in his purports, he also says, Ete chamshakala pumsha Krishnastu Bhagavan Sayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Mridayanti Yuge Yuge. So in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.3.28, it is said, sometimes people will ask me, किधर लिखा है कृष्णा ही भगवान है? तो यहाँ पे लिखा है एते चमशा कला पंशा. All the lists of the incarnations of Godhead submitted herewith are plenary expansions or parts of plenary expansion of the Supreme Godhead. But Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself. यहाँ पे लिखा है एते चमशा कला पुंशा कृष्णस्तु भगवान स्वयं. So similarly, there are various such citations in all the scriptures. All right, let us move on to 2.3. I think last time we discussed till 2.3. याद नहीं आ रहा. 2.2 क्या? Okay, let us discuss 2.3 again. So next one, yes, Prabhuji, can you read the translation? O son of
Prathi, do not yield to this degrading importance. It does not become you. Give you up such petty weakness of heart and arise, O
chastiser
of the enemy.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Can you pass on the mic to next? O son of Pritha है. O son of Pritha. O son of Pritha. तो son of Pritha मतलब Pritha कौन है? कुंती देवी. हाँ. तो क्या बोल रहे? हाँ. यहाँ पे O son of Pritha ऐसे. तो Srila Prabhupada explains here. Arjun was addressed as the son of Pritha, who happened to be the sister of Krishna's father Vasudev. तो कुंती पुत्र है ना, तो कुंती का दूसरा नाम पृथा था और पृथा का जो सन हुआ तो इसी से वो सन ऑफ पृथा ऐसे. So therefore Arjun had a blood relationship with Krishna. So that is how Srila Prabhupada is establishing and telling us the relationship. So if a son of Kshatriya declines to fight, he is Kshatriya in the name only, and if the son of a Brahmana acts impiously, he is Brahmana in name only. Such Kshatriyas and Brahmanas are unworthy sons of their fathers. Therefore Krishna did not want Arjun to become an unworthy son of Kshatriya. So Srila Prabhupada is very, very clear. So all Kshatriyas will require at least one something to rule. And so hence Krishna is telling, तू रूल नहीं करेगा तो क्या करेगा, यहाँ से भाग के क्या फायदा ऐसे. So O son of Pritha, do not yield to this degrading importance. It does not become of you. Give up such petty weakness of heart and arise, O chastiser of the enemy. ऐसे. All right. Let's move on. We'll do few more shlokas today. बंद हो गया इंटरनेट. अच्छा 2.4 अर्जुन उवाच. ट्रांसलेशन.
Arjuna said, O killer of enemies, O killer of Madhu, how I can counterattack with arrows in the battle men like Bhishma and Drona, who are worthy of my worship.
All right, thank you, Prabhu. So इसके पहले क्या हो रहा है? Krishna is telling Arjun कि you must fight. How is it? You are a Kshatriya. You must fight. And Arjun now says to Krishna, hey, how can I kill Bhishma Pitama? How can I kill Dronacharya? ये सब मेरे गुरु है, ये पिता जैसे है, इनको कैसे मारूँ? They are worthy of my worship. उनकी तो पूजा करता हूँ मैं. ऐसे लोगों को मैं कैसे मारूँगा? How can I kill somebody who is befitted to be worshipped? Yes. And Srila Prabhupada in his purport here, it's a small purport. Prabhuji, HARIBOL. ऐसे रहने दो उसको. मैं यहाँ से कम ज़्यादा कहता हूँ. ऐसे करके बंद हो गया ना. हाँ, आप ये ट्रांसलेशन पढ़ो. मैं कर रहा हूँ.
Respectable superiors like Bhishma, the grandfather, and Dronacharya, the teacher, are always worshipable. Even if they attack, they should not be counter-attacked. It is general etiquette that superiors are not to be offered even a verbal fight. Even if they are sometimes harsh in behavior, they should not be harshly treated.
So Srila Prabhupada is making a very important point here, that if you have your superiors, आपके गुरु वर्ग हो, you should not even respond them back. Return में जवाब ही नहीं देना है. That is the etiquette of the Vedic system. कभी कभी माँ बाप भी कभी कुछ बोल देंगे तो रिटर्न में हमको उल्टा नहीं देना है जवाब. ऐसे शिला प्रभुपाद एक्सप्लेन करते हैं. Even if they are sometimes harsh in behavior, they should not be harshly treated. So that is a very important point. Superiors are always respectable and not to be offered even a verbal fight. ऐसे general etiquette है. Even Krishna will injure only enemies like Arisudana and not his own grandfather Ugrasen or his teacher Sandipani Muni. ऐसे. So important point. Srila Prabhupada is very apt. He will very clearly say. So now read the last 3 lines here. Would Krishna
ever attack his own grandfather Ugrasena or his teacher Sandipani Muni? These were some of the arguments offered by Arjuna to Krishna.
Yes, thank you. Anamika 2.5 translation.
It would be better to live in this world by begging than to live at the cost of the lives of great souls who are my teachers. Even though desiring worldly gain, they are superior. If they are killed, everything we enjoy will be tainted with blood.
So now for Arjun there is no other option. एक तो रूल करो, अगर रूल नहीं करना है तो मैदान छोड़ के भागो. If you don't want to fight the war, then what is left? You have to run away from the battle. मैदान छोड़ के भागो. वो जो क्षत्रिय है तो वो करेगा नहीं, मैदान छोड़ के भागेगा नहीं. तो बोलता है मैदान छोड़ के नहीं भागूंगा, मैं लड़ाई भी नहीं करूंगा, मैं मैदान छोड़ के भी नहीं भागूंगा, तो मैं क्या करूंगा फिर? उधर ही खड़े रह जाऊंगा और भीख मांग के अपना निर्वाह करूंगा. ये उसके अभी आइडियाज़ है अलग अलग हैं. हमारे भी आइडियाज़ होते हैं ना कि हम भी कभी भगवान कृष्ण के पास जाते तो हम अपने सॉल्यूशन लेके जाते हैं ना. वो जॉब नहीं मिला तो यही दे दो, है ना. हम अपना ही दिमाग लगाते हैं ना कि वी गो टू द लॉर्ड विथ आवर प्लान्स एंड वी से प्लान ए डिड नॉट वर्क, लॉर्ड आई हैव ऑलरेडी डिवाइज्ड अ प्लान बी, यू जस्ट सैंक्शन प्लीज. दिस इज हाउ आई वांट थिंग्स टू हैपन. I remember in my when I came to Australia new 2008, like all people desperately looking for a job in my field, IT career, and almost for a month I was applying so many places like all of you may have done, and there is no response. 1 or 2 responses came but it did not materialize, and then I was slowly running out of money, and then I was like somebody told me कि प्रभु जी ऐसे आपके फील्ड में जॉब मत देखो, यू हैव टू डू समथिंग एल्स. एंड आई वाज लाइक कि नहीं, मैंने आईटी में जॉब की तो मैं आईटी में ही करूँगा, मुझे और कुछ नहीं करना है. एंड यू हैव टू डू समथिंग एल्स. एंड आई सेड समथिंग एल्स मतलब क्या करो समथिंग एल्स, मुझे वो भी नहीं पता. देन दे सेड लुक यू डू समथिंग एल्स. एंड वेरी हेजिटेंटली दैट मकान मालिक ऑफ माइन, द ओनर ऑफ द हाउस, वेरी हेजिटेंटली ही सेड, look, if you get few dollars a day, then what is the problem? No, there is a chicken factory here, they always need people, so you can work in the chicken factory, just create a normal resume and you go. So I was very thinking deep. At that time I was not in touch with Krishna consciousness, so I was like okay, so I was like what to do. And so somehow I very reluctantly made a resume with normal statistics. बड़ा चढ़ा के इंजीनियर with वो कुछ नहीं लिखा, normal thing. And then I created a resume and I said okay, now that factory was 4 or 5 kilometers away, and there, it was a Saturday, I remember clearly. And that house owner, he was really desperate to help me also, because I was a very good tenant. He said कि ये इधर रहेगा तो जॉब लग गया तो 1 साल रहेगा, कहीं जाएगा नहीं, मुझे भी भाड़ा मिलते रहेगा. तो he was also helpful. He said कोई बात नहीं, he was saying कारलेकर साहब मैं आपको लेके जाता हूँ, we will go there. So I sat in his car and he took me there, and we came in front of that chicken factory door, and then he said डाल के आओ आप अपना CV अंदर डाल के आओ, अंदर दे के आओ. So I just went there and I knocked at the door, and then I knocked 2-3 times and then nothing happened. Then I saw the board there, the factory is closed. So my CV also did not go inside. So I was so desperate, and at that day I felt so dejected. पहली बार बाहर गया और CV भी नहीं गया अंदर मेरा. So we come up with different plans. I was thinking if that day I would have got the job there, then I would have been on a different track. So Krishna did not want me to get that job also. After a week or so, after that incident happened, I got a job in IT field, in my field, by the Lord's grace. But sometimes I dread that situation. What if दरवाजा खुल जाता और मैं अंदर जाके देता? Then I would have been into a different karmic cycle. Every day handling meat and doing things which are against the scriptures. So the Lord has His own plans. So we should not devise our plan and work according to the scriptures. Now when I contemplate, when I look back, and I said, बच गया, भगवान ने बचा लिया. So we should have full faith. So what prayer should we do to the Lord? Lord, I am yours. Whatever is good for me, you do it. You take control. I don't know what to ask. I don't know what to pray. You please take control of my life. I am fully surrendered to you. और बाद में सरेंडर होना भी है ना? फिर तुम देखो कैसे रास्ता निकलता है ना? ऐसा होना चाहिए. We don't go with plan A, B, C the way Arjun is doing. Okay, I will beg Krishna, रहने दो. I will beg. There is no point enjoying with tainted blood on my hands. So according to the scriptural codes, a teacher who engages in an abominable action and has lost his sense of discrimination is fit to be abandoned. So Arjun is saying, Bhishma Drona को कैसे मारो? But Bhishma, Drona, were they correct or wrong in the entire scheme of Mahabharata things? Bhishma was on the side of Kauravas. For whatever pratigya he had taken, he had engulfed himself in such a way that he had to be on the wrong side. So no matter how great you are, the Lord proves here, कितना भी बड़े क्यों ना हो भीष्म जैसे, मरना तो पड़ेगा तुमको. तुम गलत रास्ते पे हो, गलत लोगों के साथ हो, you are siding incorrect people, तो तुम्हारा तो नाश होगा ही. So Drona, Bhishma, so this is what Srila Prabhupada is saying very clearly. If the teacher engages in abominable action and has lost his sense of discrimination, कि सही क्या है गलत क्या है, Bhishma did not step in when Draupadi was being disrobed. With his one arrow सब लोग चुप हो सकते थे, इतना पावर था ना भीष्म में, बट अपने ही वचन में बद्ध हो गए ऐसे. So under these circumstances, they have lost the respectability of teachers, but Arjuna thinks that nevertheless they remain his superiors, and therefore to enjoy material profits after killing them would mean to enjoy spoils tainted with blood. 2.6. Anamika, you can continue.
Nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. If we kill the sons of Dhritarashtra, we should not care to live, yet they are now standing before us on the battlefield.
So now Arjun is confused here. So this is the confusion part. Arjuna's further doubts and confusion. Arjun doesn't know now, should I dutifully fight and risk unnecessary violence? Should I refrain and live by begging? Victory is anyways not certain. Victory is also defeat, as we can't live happily after killing everyone. So let us read little bit of translation. Can you pass on to for the translation? I'll tell you from where to read. From here, all these considerations.
All these considerations by Arjuna definitely proven that not only was he a great devotee of Lord, but he was also highly enlightened and had complete control over his mind and senses. His desire to live by begging, although he was born in a royal household, is another sign of detachment. He was truly virtuous, as these qualities combined with his faith in the words of instruction of Shri Krishna, his spiritual master, indicate it is concluded that Arjuna was quite fit for liberation. Unless the senses are controlled, there is no chance of elevation to the platform of knowledge, and without knowledge and devotion, there is no chance of liberation. Arjuna was competent in all these attributes, over and above the enormous attribute in his material relationships.
Thank you, Mataji. So in this verse number 6, Arjuna's intelligence got bewildered in trying to understand the implementation of dharma. So समझ में नहीं आ रहा था right क्या है, wrong क्या है, मारू के नहीं मारू. Therefore he submits himself as a disciple of Krishna, seeking his guidance. So here he is now, Arjuna is now coming to that place. In the next verse, he is going to fully surrender to Krishna. Srila Prabhupada here explains, it is concluded that Arjuna was quite fit for liberation. And he says, unless the senses are controlled, there is no chance of elevation to the platform of knowledge. And without knowledge and devotion, there is no chance of liberation. So Srila Prabhupada, when he puts those 4 regulations, वो क्यों करते? No meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit relationships. क्यों करते? क्योंकि हमारे जो 5 इंद्रियां हैं वो कंट्रोल में आवे. When the senses are in control, then knowledge can enter inside. And when knowledge enter inside, then the intelligence will be sharpened. When the intelligence is sharpened, then it can guide us on how to lead life in a better way, in a spiritual way. So intelligence has to be sharpened by the knowledge of Vedic scriptures. But उसके लिए senses तो control होना चाहिए ना. इसीलिए छोटे बच्चों को kindergarten में they first teach discipline. I remember in the kindergarten when I used to go at my time, the first discipline was सब लोग चुप करके पहले बैठो. First learn to be quiet. So we all used to, for the first 5 minutes in the class, ऐसा हाथ रख के, जो हाथ निकालेगा यहाँ से उसको छड़ी. कितना अच्छा था. It was first कि you first learn quiet down, first calm down. Then in 5 minutes, pin drop silence. Actually pin drop silence, that time I know now, okay. Actually it was such a silent thing in the class for the first 5 minutes. जब भी शांत होगा मैं, then the teacher starts giving knowledge and because senses are in control now, इधर उधर भाग नहीं रहे. अभी के बच्चों को कैसा है, कुछ भी नहीं है, अभी जो करना है करो, है ना. So this is what is Srila Prabhupada makes a point. Alright, क्या बच रहा है? We'll do one more because they are preparing. 2.7. Let us recite 2.7. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Karpanya dosho pahata swabhava. Prichhami tvam dharma sammuda chetaha. Yakchreyashan nishchitam bruhi tanme. Yakchreyashan nishchitam bruhi tanme. Shishyasteham sadhimam tvam prapannam. Shishyasteham sadhimam tvam prapannam. Once more. Karpanya dosho pahata swabhava. Prichhami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha. Yakchreyasyan nishchitam bruhi tanme. Shishyasteham sadhimam tvam prapannam. सिंपल माता जी पढ़ोगे, इंग्लिश में पढ़ोगे. हाँ देख.
Now I am confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of miserly weakness.
Miserly weakness. हाँ.
Miserly.
हाँ.
In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your
disciple
and a soul surrounded unto you. Please instruct me.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. So now, till now, Arjun and Krishna were friends. अर्जुन तो कृष्ण को अपना कजिन ब्रदर समझता है ना, तो दोस्त की तरह देखता है, बचपन से खेलते आ रहे हैं, फ्रेंड्स. नाउ रोल्स हैव चेंज्ड. अर्जुन इज नाउ सेइंग, कृष्णा, आई एम सरेंडर्ड अनटू यू, यू आर माय गुरु, नाउ यू गाइड इन मी. अब तक कृष्ण गाइड नहीं करे, कृष्ण तो अभी तक इज जस्ट क्वेश्चनिंग हिम, व्हाई यू आर बिहेविंग दिस वे, यू शुड नॉट डू दिस वे, अरे यू आर अ क्षत्रिय, यू शुड फाइट दिस दैट. Knowledge is not flowing. Krishna is just, asking questions. But now Arjun is surrendered. I am confused about my duty, bolte, and I am now asking to tell me what is best for me. In our life also, we are trying to drive our life according to the way we think is right. But then so many things happen in our life and so many things are out of control. And then we come to these classes, then we realize that, oh, actually I am not in control at all. Controller is somewhere else. I am the one who is being controlled. मैं कठपुतली हूँ. कभी प्रकृति से यहाँ से थप्पड़ लगे, कभी यहाँ से थप्पड़ लगे, ऐसे. So when this happens, then we surrender. Surrender to whom? Surrender to Guru. ऐसे. So Arjun is now saying, I am your disciple. Shishyaste ham sadhi mam tvam prapanam. Shishyas, I am your disciple. You are my Guru. You please guide me, O Lord Krishna. Please help me. So in our life also we should pray this way. That from millions of birth, O Lord Krishna, I have been controlling my life and this is where I have reached now. You please help me. I have done enough of controlling. Now you take control of my life. You drive my life. I am surrendered unto you. You please help me. You take control. I don't know what is right, what is wrong for me. Arjun is saying the same thing. This is the exact prayer we should be repeating in front of the Lord every day, every night. My Lord, you please help me. You take control of my life. I don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. I don't know what is going to happen to my children. I am trying my best, but on what direction they are going, what will happen to them? It's all young families here with various young kids here. So I am sure you are all worried parents for your children. But when you delegate that responsibility to the Lord and then you act on behalf of the Lord, not as a controller, but one as being controlled, guided by the directions given in the Shastra, then I am sure your life will be successful. So this is the importance of being part of a Vedic system, where we lead our life based on the scripture. And we need a guru in our life. This is what this verse tells us. We all need a bona fide guru in our life who can guide us, on how to lead our life. So it's a huge purport. But यहाँ पे miserly करके लिखा है. So okay, somebody I want to Shruti, can you read the purport? Let's read. By nature's own way.
By nature's own way, the complete system of material activities is a source of perplexity for everyone. In every step there is perplexity, and therefore it behooves one to approach a bona fide spiritual master who can give one proper guidance for executing the purpose of life. All Vedic literatures advise us to approach a bona fide spiritual master to get free from all perplexities of life, which happen without our desire. They are like a forest fire that somehow blazes without being set by anyone. 1 minute, yeah.
So Srila Prabhupada says, like a forest fire कैसे होता है? Forest fire ला काय म्हणा वणवा, bush fire. So bush fire, most of the times it is automatically lit by some lightning or by some axe here. So similarly, Prabhupada compares that forest fire to the perplexities in our life. हमारे जीवन में दुख कहीं से भी आ जाते हैं, अचानक कुछ सोचा नहीं होता है, सुबह उठते हैं और ऐसा कुछ न्यूज़ आ जाता है किधर से, you have no control कि अभी ये कहाँ से आ गया, है ना? You already have a plan to do certain things and then certain events keep on happening, and then you say कि ये कहाँ से हो गया, ये मेरे जीवन में कहाँ से आया. So Srila Prabhupada says this world is designed this way. Okay, let us read. Similarly,
the world situation is such that perplexities of life automatically appear without our wanting such confusion. No one wants fire, and yet it takes place, and we become perplexed. The Vedic wisdom therefore advises that in order to solve the perplexities of life and to understand the science of the solution, one must approach a spiritual master who is in disciplic succession. A person with a bona fide spiritual master is supposed to know everything. One should not therefore remain in material perplexities, but should approach a spiritual master. This is the purport of this verse.
yeah, thank you. Just hold on for a minute. So again, Srila Prabhupada convinces us here in this purport that everyone must have a guru in their life. And that is the next step for all of you. As you are progressing, you will need to connect with a bona fide sampradaya. Currently, we are under the guidance of Srila Prabhupada, but soon you will need to have a guru who you can speak with. So, guru is important. Approach a spiritual master who is in disciplic succession, means who is connected to a bona fide sampradaya. There are 4 main sampradayas, and ISKCON belongs to the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya sampradaya. There are others also, Rudra sampradaya, Lakshmi, Shri Lakshmi sampradaya hai, and Kumar sampradaya hai. ऐसे अलग अलग है. So we must be connected to a bona fide sampradaya. In my other Bhakti Vriksha, there is a person from the Shri Lakshmi sampradaya, Shri Vaishnava sampradaya. So he will come with a red tilak, nice red tilak. So I'm so happy to see him that wow, somebody from a bona fide sampradaya is coming and is very eagerly participating in all the discussions. So very nice. Let's continue. Who is the man in?
Who is the man in material perplexities? It is he who does not understand the problems of life.
Try to hold the mic in a different way just to see if it resolves the thing. I'm trying to figure out why it happens sometimes.
In the
Karo.
In the Brihad Aranya Upanishad, the perplexed man is described as follows: Yoga etal aksharam karki avidit divasmar mukhat kreti sa kripana. He is a miserly man who does not solve the problems of life as a human, and who thus quits this world like the cats and dogs without understanding the science of self-realization. This human form of life is the most valuable asset for the living entity, who can utilize this for solving the problems of life.
Enough. Yeah, thank you. So Prabhupada says miserly मतलब कंजूस. कंजूस सुना है शब्द? So कंजूस is one who doesn't want to spend from a money perspective, but कंजूस is also one who doesn't want to fully utilize his intelligence. अरे मनुष्य का शरीर मिला है ना, मनुष्य की बुद्धि मिली है, तो मनुष्य बुद्धि क्या बोलना चाहिए कि मैं बार बार गर्भ में क्यों प्रवेश कर रहा हूँ, मेरे साथ बार बार ये सब कुछ क्यों रहा है, why am I being subjected to all these miseries again and again, what is the real solution? ऐसा question, that is called real intelligence. And if a human being is there who is not questioning this, then scripture say karpanya dosha, miserly person. Then such kind of people who have no inclination towards spirituality, they live their life like animals and dogs, and they die like animals and dogs. This is what is written here in this purpose. They just quit the world. ऐसे ही एक दिन टक करके निकल जाते हैं, फोटो लग जाता है दीवार पे, खत्म, कहानी हो गया ऐसे. So we don't want to die that way. We want to die a glorious death, full of intelligence, fully realized, fully in control of what's going to happen next. How fully in control? If we are fully surrendered to the Lord, then we are fully in control. We know that the Lord will take care of us. हम भगवान के पास जाने वाले, ऐसा हमें पूर्ण विश्वास होना चाहिए. हम कर ही रहे हैं ना सब कुछ, है ना? So let me know when ready. बर्थडे बॉय का कोई इधर नहीं है? कृष्णा. Okay, who's going to stand and do that thing? नहीं, कुछ नहीं. But we will still sing for him, ना? क्या है? No, they don't want to sing also. All right, that's okay. तो फिर you can just take a video and send. Then we will just
announcing that he's sponsored for Rishis birthday.
ऋषि ना. हाँ, all right. हो गया? Start करना. वो बच्चों का क्लास हो गया? Should I continue? Should I stop? हाँ, stop. वो stop बोल. हाँ, हो गया ना stop. Okay, हरि बोल. इतना आनंद हो गया सब लोग. हरि बोल. फट से हरि बोल आ गया. Okay.